Hey y'all, I'm back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how I personalize the glasses for this phenomenal Savage set that everyone is making. So with my set, I include a resin coaster, and I made this using a mold and epoxy, and I just put some blue mica powder in it, and I added this permanent vinyl to it. I haven't sealed it. Well, I did spray like a clear coat over it just to, make sure it wouldn't lift up. So this is the coaster that comes with the set. And then here's the wine glass. It says bougie. I glittered the bottom of it. So on the opposite side, I'm going to add the person's name. And the way I'll do that, I'll show you in a moment. Here's the shot glass for Ratchet. So it's the Savage is on the flask. You can't really see that, but Savage, Classy, Bougie, Ratchet. And I'm thinking about adding some other stuff to it, like for the sassy, moody, nasty, and all of that. Maybe like some shorts and little fun stuff like that. But y'all stay tuned for that. I want to thank everybody for subscribing and interacting on my channel. My goal is to get up to at least 1,000 subscribers so that I can get more content out to you and just help out where I can. So any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave it in the comment section, or you can even inbox me. Also, for those that craft, please join my Facebook group. It's called Crafts R Us Uncensored. I'm up to almost about 700 members there, so it's growing, and I just really appreciate everybody for being active and helping each other out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna have to wipe these off too, because I noticed when I sealed the Mod Podge, it kind of left like a little residue around some of it. So I'm gonna reseal. I'm gonna clean it real good. But I just basically put 2 layers of Mod Podge on here, and then I sealed it again with a thin layer of the Mod Podge, so that the glitter doesn't flake off. So you can see I'm rubbing it, and nothing is coming off on my hand. So it's a good seal on those. So the only ones that I'm going to be etching today is going to be the Bougie and the Ratchet. I haven't tried etching on like the porcelain or ceramic mugs yet, but that's another thing I'll try and see how it works. So to achieve this, I'll be using Armor Edge Cream that I got from Amazon. I want to say this is a 2.8 ounce bottle, and I think it was like $10. I can't remember. I bought this like in February, and it's December, so it lasts a long time, and it works really good. The stencils that I'll be using, now you can make your own stencils if you have a Cricut or Silhouette or any type of cutting machine. You can make your own stencil. I didn't have time because I have some other stuff that I have to get done. So I'm going to use these pre-made stencils that I ordered from Amazon. And the brand of these is called Etch Over and Over. And it's an Armor product. So this is what I'll be using to achieve this customized glass and shot glass. So I'm going to slide this stuff out the way. It's really simple. All you need to etch is the etching cream and a brush. Now, the instructions do recommend that you wear gloves and safety goggles, because this is almost like some type of form of acid. So if it gets on you, it will burn. So, just be careful. Protect yourselves. It doesn't have a strong smell to it, but everybody reacts to stuff different. So just protect yourself. Put you some gloves on until you get the hang of it, or just continue to use gloves. I'm not going to use gloves today because I'm running low, and I need those for my epoxy projects that I have coming up. So I'm only going to be doing it with my hand, but I'm going to be very careful not to burn myself. All right, so again, this is the cream, and that's the brush I use. I do have like a little small piece of paper here to cover up my nasty ass desk, but that's another story. So the way I put the letters on here, I'm just gonna do this one first. I had a pair of lips that I don't know what happened to it the last time I used it. It just never made it back to this thing. Have no clue. So I'm gonna put a heart, a and then a heart. So, and these like stick and they're reusable. Like I've used these so many times. And the way I do it is I just kind of like to center it. If I have a design on the other side. So this is going to take your set. This is what's going to make my set different from the rest because I'm actually going to personalize it. And this is a permanent personalization. This stuff, it can come off eventually, like if they soak it. But this etch, this is a forever. This is a forever design. And you'll see what I mean once I get done. So I'm going to put that heart on there. And the lady that I'm making this for, this is a birthday gift. So her name begins with an A. So I'm just going to put the A right above that heart. Now, when you're etching, you have to be very careful because anything, as soon as this cream touches this glass, it's going to start the process. So what I do, or what I would recommend you do, is to tape off the area that you don't want etched a little bit, or at least around the stencil, so that if you're like me and you accidentally tap or a piece or a little of the edging cream drip, you can start rinse it off immediately if that happens. But to prevent that, because like I said, it will, as soon as, like if you, let's say you're doing the cream and some accidentally get right there, it's going to etch right there. So you're going to have a little dot. So to prevent that, you can just put some tape, and this is just some regular old, I guess masking tape or something that I got from Dollar Tree. So because I'm a little wild and clumsy, I like to tape around the design. Now the tape is going to touch that. It don't have to, but you know, just be careful. Tape your stuff off. Take your time, and you won't have any problems. So I'm going to tape this down a little bit. And I will reuse these pieces of tape because, you know, crafting is not cheap. I'll use these to tape down something on my mat or anything. I'm going to take a little piece off of that. And I'm just going to stick it on here. Like so. And then it's done. Well, I think I'm going to put some on the other side of that heart too. Because y'all just don't know, like, when my family found out I was crafting, it was like, as clumsy as you are, like, because I am very clumsy, but I take my time when I'm doing my crafts so that I don't make mistakes. Which I have, I ain't gonna lie. I have messed up on a few projects, but nothing major, just nothing that couldn't be fixed. So I got a little excess hanging on the top here. And I'm working on getting an actual camera to do my recordings. That's something that I asked for Christmas, so hopefully somebody hear me. All right, so you see, I got it all taped around so that if I get any etching cream, it will get on the tape and not on the glass. So I'm going to sit this right here. When you do this, like I say, you want to make sure that you are protecting yourself and paying close attention to what you're doing, and don't get none on you. All right. So give me just 1 second. I am going to run out and grab a glass that I've etched before just to show you what it's going to look like, and then we'll get started. I probably should have already had this over here, but you know, it is what it is. So this is one that I did. You can see the mustache and just like a star. But I messed up the star, and you can't even really see it. It's frosted. So you can kind of see it if I put my hand right there. Put it above, behind this box. There you go. So on the star, it's just like a little cream went down under the thing. But this is roll. This is my husband, so it don't matter. He can deal with that, you know. So just be careful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I got about 5 minutes to do this. With this cream, y'all. Now, there's no method that I've seen, and I've watched a few different videos on how people do it. To me, the best method is to, you know, get some on your, depending on the size of the design, but get some on your brush and just kind of move it around on there. And it looks like it's a lot of cream, but I'm going to scrape that off and I'm going to put it right back in that jar. So you just do this, let it work its magic. Keep on spreading and tapping, and you can kind of look through the back of the glass and see how it's working. But yeah, I try to keep it moving, and I also try to let it sit so it'll be an even etch. And this project is really good for like bridal gifts, and you know, if you have somebody getting married or even just a birthday, it's really easy. It's one of my favorite crafts to do because I can get up in the morning getting ready to go to a bridal party or a wedding and not be done bought nothing. And I have some, if I got some wine glasses or, you know, shot glasses or anything, I can just etch it out real quick and it'll be done. There's no drying, there's no sealing. You just put this cream on there, work it in. Let's see, I'm just gonna keep on mashing it. I said mashing it, just keep spreading it, tapping it. And I'm being careful not to get none on my skin. And I'm focusing on the areas that are open on the stencil. So like I'm focusing on this heart and on the inside of this A to make sure I don't miss any spots. Now you can leave it like this and let it sit for a minute or two. The packaging says you can let it sit for up to 20 minutes. I have actually let it sit for longer than that, and it didn't really make a difference in how dark the etching came out. So like I say, this method that I'm doing is just to constantly keep it on there, moving it around, and so I'm kind of taking it off. Has given me the best results so far. So like I say, you can pile it on there and just let it sit and it'll still etch. But I feel like I get more even and a more even etch if I move it around and just kind of play with it. So here I'm going in and I'm just going to scrape all that excess off. And you can kind of tell already that it's done or that it's etching. So I'm just scraping all my little extra cream off because like I said, this bottle is small and it's expensive, but it does last. So put all of that back in. Then I go back and get a little bit more. This will be the last little. Like I say, I do this just to make sure that I got a good, nice edge on it that you can see. Because sometimes it will be light. So like that right there, I'm just going to let that sit while I clean the brush. And you can rinse this off like right now and it'll be done. You rinse your brush off. I recommend using warm water. So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and I'm gonna rinse that off. And I'll do the glass off camera because I actually gotta get ready to clock in for work. So I'm gonna go and rinse my brush, rinse the glass, and I'll be right back to show you the results. And I'm back. So I did rinse it off. And while it's wet, it's hard to see. I usually have a towel or something over here in my little crafting corner. But I don't today, of course. So you just peel those stencils off and stick them right back on the little backing that came with it. And I messed up. I got some right there. But it's etched, so let me dry it off. Let me get a towel and dry it. Get all the moisture off that I can so you can actually see what it'll look like. I messed this one up too. Right here, I got a little cream somehow around the heart. I got some lines, but that look like it's supposed to be there. So that's what it does. And like I said, this does not come off. As it dries more, it'll be darker. But that's a good edge. And it's done, like, it's ready to go. So, again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in and supporting my channel and supporting me in my Facebook group. There's more content to come. And I'm working on doing like an intro and outro. And, you know, I'm learning and I'm doing this by myself. So, I don't have anybody helping me. So, you know, I'm going to YouTube University on a daily, just learning different methods on uploading and creating more professional looking content. So like I said, I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.